All right, today we're going to tear apart a modern-day digital heist. But here's the thing. This isn't some crazy story about cracking impossible code. Nope. This is about how a simple phone call can trick someone into literally handing over the keys to an entire company. Let's break down exactly how it all goes down.
So, when you think about a major cyber attack, you're probably picturing a hacker in a dark room just typing like mad, right? Yeah, well, forget that image. This story starts with something way more common and a whole lot more deceptive: a plain old phone call.
You see, this first step isn't about finding a flaw in the software. It's all about exploiting a weakness in human psychology, our natural instinct to trust someone who sounds like they're just trying to help us out.
So imagine this. An employee gets a call. The person on the other end doesn't sound like a criminal at all. They sound exactly like someone from your company's own IT department. And they're just offering to help with a totally routine security update. They sound super friendly, totally professional, and they create this subtle sense of urgency. They guide the employee to a website that looks identical to the real corporate login page. And just like that, the trap is set.
So, with the employee now looking at this fake website, the next few moments are absolutely critical. This is the point where the attackers don't just pick the lock, they actually convince the employee to hand over the master keys to the entire digital kingdom.
Okay, check this out. This slide lays out the whole attack chain perfectly. It all starts with that vishing call to build trust. Then, bam, the employee enters their password on the fake site. But here's the real kicker. Step 3. They also enter their multi-factor authentication code. That little code your phone generates for extra security? Well, the attackers grab that code in real time, use it to enroll their own device, and just like that, they're in, for good.
Now, what's so clever here is the psychology behind these fake domains. They're not random at all. They're specifically designed to look legit by using words you see every day at work. Things like your company's name plus SSO, which stands for single sign-on, or internal. It's just believable enough to trick you into not looking too closely. It's a really smart con. So, once they're inside, the heist goes completely silent. The attackers aren't setting off alarms or crashing systems. They're like ghosts in the machine, just quietly browsing around, searching for the company's most valuable information stored up in the cloud.
And get this, they don't have just one specific target in mind. They're totally opportunistic. They just start poking around all the different cloud apps the compromised account can access, hunting for anything juicy, from internal documents on SharePoint to really sensitive customer data in Salesforce.
And these are the actual search terms that the report found. This gives us a really chilling, direct look right into their mindset. They're not just browsing randomly. They are methodically hunting for the crown jewels. And this is a really, really clever move. You know that automated email you get from Okta or Microsoft whenever a new device logs into your account? That's usually the first alarm bell. Well, the attackers hunt down that specific email and poof, they delete it. This buys them precious hours, or sometimes even days, to operate completely undetected. Okay, so after quietly copying terabytes of sensitive data, the attackers finally step out of the shadows. The silent theft is officially over, and the loud, aggressive extortion is about to begin.
The victim organization gets an email. The message is blunt. We have your data. You have 72 hours to pay us, or we leak absolutely everything to the public. And just like that, the clock starts ticking.
And the pressure they apply, it's not just a ransom demand. This is where it gets really nasty. It becomes intensely personal, with harassing texts sent directly to employees. And then it becomes operational, because they can launch DDoS attacks. That's a distributed denial of service attack to just cripple the company's public websites and bring business to a grinding halt. So we've seen the whole anatomy of the attack, right? From that first phone call all the way to the final threat. Now for the most important part. How in the world do you defend against this?
This right here. This is the single most important takeaway from this whole thing. All the technology, the security systems, the MFA prompts, the cloud platforms, it all worked exactly as it was designed to. The problem is, the attackers didn't break the technology, they just walked right around it by tricking a person.
And as this slide shows, the real defense is to upgrade the type of MFA you're using. See, an attacker can trick someone into sharing a text message code or approving a push notification, but they can't trick someone into handing over a physical FIDO2 security key or a biometric passkey.
It's just not possible. Ultimately, this just goes to show that true cybersecurity isn't just about firewalls and software. It's really about preparing your people for that inevitable moment when the phone rings and a friendly voice on the other end asks them to do something that seems perfectly innocent. So the real question is, will they be ready for that human test?